Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Good evening and welcome to Facebook Live with myself, Ruth from Top Schools. How is everybody doing this Thursday evening? So I'll wait for a few people to come on, but this is a regular weekly, almost weekly. I nearly didn't make it. I'm not going to lie. I've scooted in from the airport, but I was a minute late. So how are you all doing? Everyone is back to school now, I think. Let me know if you're not back to, if your children are not back to school, but they all should be back to school by now. So how's it going? If they're in a new school, it's a bit early to tell. I've seen some messages crop up in our group and in other groups where parents are already doubting, like, oh, my child's struggling to make friends, or we're worried about the curriculum. Maybe it's not quite what we expected. It's a little early to tell, but these first few weeks or even the first month of a new school is always going to be a time of transition. So just give it a little bit of time, make sure that you, my advice is make sure that you get to know the teacher. You express any concerns that you might have to the teacher without being that annoying parent. There's a very, very fine balance. But yeah, give it a little bit of time. So I hope that your little ones or your bigger ones are settling into a new school or settling back into their old school. Let me know. How's it going? I'm happy to take questions. So this is anything that you want to ask me about independent school in the UK or international school in Hong Kong. I'll answer pretty much anything. So just while I'm waiting for some questions to come in. It is early September and I'm definitely seeing a little bit of panic across, like my inbox, my WhatsApp, my Facebook Messenger, other groups that I follow as well, and some really unnecessary panic, I will say. I understand that this is a very emotional process, trying to apply for a school for your child and trying to get in. But goodness me, is there some ridiculousness out there? I don't know, just some of the things that I've heard this week. Parents getting just so panicky and then just spreading the panic and then, the fear mongering. And also there's a little bit of competitiveness, right? Because if, I'm going to do this for my child, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. If I share these tips, you might use those tips too, and then you might have a competitive advantage over me. There's a lot of nonsense out there. I mean, without going into specifics about the sorts of bits of nonsense that I've heard this week, my best advice is you must be your authentic selves. So every time you're asking the internet or your friends, or you're asking me, should I do this or should I do that? Just ask yourselves, what is my natural instinct? What is authentic and real for me to do? You're an adult. We're all adults here. I've just seen some, asking the internet, just ridiculous. Should I do this or should I do that? What was one of the things I heard this week? Oh, not so ridiculous. I mean, actually, this is understandable, and this is really, really common, and I've heard this for years and years and years. Should I put down on the form that I'm a working mother, or do schools prefer me to say that I'm a housewife? Well, have you heard that? It's one of those things that's been going around for years and years and years, and I believe that it must come from the local stream, because it's not a thing for the international schools. Should you put down that you're a working mother, or should you put down that you're a housewife? Put down whichever it is. Which are you? Put that. No, international schools do not prefer housewives. It's a myth. I wonder where it came from. It must be the local stream. It's only true in as much as how do you spend time with your child, whether you're working or whether you're not. It's we can all manage our complicated lives. But when you're not working, when you're spending time with your child, what kind of time is that? What is that quality time? Is that and how are you getting to know your child and connect with your child, and what sort of relationship do you have with your child? So whether you work or not is irrelevant. Um, yeah. So I have heard some lots and lots of nonsense. So is there any nonsense that you've heard that you want to run it by me? I can give you my views if you're interested. The other thing that's happening is that all of the schools are running information sessions, open days, visits, and the like. What I'm hearing a lot of parents say, well, in regards to a certain school, well, I've heard that that school is XYZ. Okay, you've heard that. Go and check it out for yourself. Don't rely on what you've heard. I've got a whole module in the program which is on eliminating the noise. And there's a lot of noise out there, and you do need to eliminate it. So forget about what you've heard. Go and have a look for yourself. So now is the time, and now is a great opportunity because the schools don't allow parents in all year round. Some do, not all. And if you are applying, you're applying now. Deadlines are looming, roughly end of September, 2nd of October. So do go and visit schools that you are not particularly keen on, as well as schools that you are very keen on. And monitor the school websites. We have a calendar. We keep everyone up to date on which schools are doing what and when. But yeah, so if there are no questions, I can see. Sorry, I might not be logged in properly. I scooted in and logged on, so I can see that there are some people out there. So if no more questions, I'll stop waffling. Eliminate the noise. Put your nonsense filter up so that you're genuinely able to filter what people are saying to you and whether it's nonsense or not. And ask yourselves, like, really honestly, is you know, is this who you are as a parent? Is does this relate to who you are as a family? If yes, go with that. Put that down. Write it in your essays. And if not, then don't. Sounds simple. If you'd like some support with this, I've got a few spots opening up the week after next, but that gives you like a week and a half if you need some urgent support. Otherwise, I'll be back on here on next Thursday at 6 p.m. Have a lovely week. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.